Is the UN good for anything? Donald Trump seems to think not. On Tuesday, Donald Trump delivered a bombastic speech to the United Nations. Beyond boasting of his imagined accomplishments both at home and abroad, the president leaned into three big messages: the evils of migration, the hoax of climate change, and the irrelevance of the United Nations. The United States is a nation of immigrants, but in Trump's telling, nations are destroying themselves by opening their borders to people from different cultures and with different customs. In this nativist conception of the nation, countries are rooted in blood and soil, and they need to maintain that heritage at all costs. By failing to control migration, Trump told European countries that they risk going to hell. Second, the president dismissed the crisis of climate change, calling it history's biggest con job. So doing, he ignored the overwhelming scientific evidence about the reality and disastrous impact of its effects. He also claimed, again falsely, that renewable energy would never be able to compete with fossil fuels, including big, beautiful coal. Finally, the president complained that the UN isn't good for much. But this criticism simply made the world body a scapegoat for the failures of its most important members, not least the United States. The United Nations is not some super sovereign body. It functions only when its biggest players agree to negotiate, to compromise, and to collaborate on the world's biggest problems. The UN also functions on a shoestring budget. U.S. financial support for the UN is about 1.5% of what the United States spends on the Pentagon every year. And the president plans to slash that already modest sum by 87%. Now, these dramatic shifts are going to have a huge impact on the UN and force it to adjust, but they'll also reduce U.S. leverage at the world body while increasing the influence of countries like China. The United States may be abandoning the United Nations, but multilateral cooperation will continue to roll along in the post-American world as countries adopt what many of them are already calling the U2 doctrine. They will be moving forward with or without you.